Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Kindly with Coffee.
Welcome back. Let's go.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, you guys. Let's go.
Let's make it a good week.
Yes.
It's a good week
Yep.
to have a good week.
Exactly. It's a good week to have a good week.
That's the only way to guarantee that it might be a good week, is to at least...
It's all mindset. You got to plant. You got to plant that seed that it's going to be a good week. Tell yourself that. Good day, good week. That's it. Go into positivity. That's all.
Yes, go into it with positivity.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's it. You have to. You can't go on with the Monday blues. Oh, shucks. It's Monday. I got to go to work. I got to go to the gym. No, you got to uplift yourself. Let's go. Let's crush this. Let's get after it.
Yeah, you know what helps me is I don't think about all the things I'm dreading in the week. Instead, I just put those out of my mind because they got to do them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I think about all of the things I'm looking forward to in the week.
Yeah. For me, also, it's each week I take it, it's like I'm leveling up. I'm getting better at what I'm doing.
Another week to get better.
Yes, I'm getting better. Better at everything. Better at punching the bag. Better at jump roping. Whatever it is.
You know why that is? It's because you're on a good wavelength, a good lifestyle, right?
Yes. Yes.
If you're not feeling that way, that's a time to reevaluate your life a little bit.
Yes.
Because it means that you're not working towards things that bring you like the happiness and the joy and things to look forward to.
Yeah, because you could fool yourself and chase money and chase promotions, and that's all good. That'll make temporary, but internally, it's a different ball game. For me, I told you, I want to be light on my feet.
Yeah.
I want to move good when I'm an older man, like old man. I don't want to be all stiff. And old people are stiff. They look stiff when they walk.
Yeah, we saw some guy right now jogging on we did our 3-mile walk early this morning.
Yes.
And he was definitely in his 50s.
At least a decade
older than us.
At least.
He was jogging like he was jogging on air.
Yeah. Yep.
It looked effortless.
Yes. He was smooth, gliding. The way his body was gliding. He wasn't like heavy steps. Sorry. You know when you see people take heavy?
Yeah.
Like we always see people out there jogging there.
Miserable. This guy looked like he was on ice skates.
Yes.
I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, look at him go.
Yeah.
And he was going pretty fast.
Light on his feet. Yep. And that's how I want to be, light on my feet. That's why I'm slowly want to get back into jogging again. Even lighter on my feet.
Wanted to thank everyone for the support on Mike's mental health journey. We got a lot of comments. People,
thank you.
Yeah, on that. It was the anniversary on Friday, and some people went back and watched that episode. So thanks for that. And then please, just your friendly housekeeping reminder: subscribe to the channel.
Please
share, comment, all of those things, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate it. Love interacting with you guys in the comments. I love the comments because it gives us topics.
Exactly.
I love it. It gives us, okay, what are we going to talk about next? Let me go look at the comments.
Right?
Yeah, so it's great. So if that's a great way for you guys to get your questions answered or topics you're curious about, ask us, because it's something we can dive into on one of these episodes for sure.
Yes. Appreciate all the support.
I also wanted to circle back and say that we did get our hotel collection diffuser.
Yes, we did.
Replacement, and it
works wonderful.
And I love it. It's amazing. However, I will say it did require a trip over to the good old YouTube to troubleshoot.
YouTube is the best to troubleshoot.
Because it still wasn't working, but it was a different problem. It was just that the remote wasn't paired to the unit. So I had to YouTube instructions on how to do it because there were no instructions in the book or anywhere on the hotel collection site or anything for my particular remote. Because there's different models of remotes.
Yes.
It just, I don't know. They're still struggling.
Sometimes technology is it's a turnoff. I love it and I don't, because I get frustrated easy. I get impatient. I want to just break and Hulk smash.
Yeah, so you get frustrated and then just make it worse and break whatever you're messing with.
I want to just break it.
I always tell you, okay, we got to slow down.
Yes.
We've got to
slow that brain of yours down.
So I'm glad because we were able to figure it out and it works great so far and I like it. It does smell like a hotel.
It does.
It really does.
I can't wait to get the big unit for the house one day.
Yeah.
That's going to be nothing like, it reminds me of how many times we stay at the W. That's like our hotel.
Well, yeah, that's the smell that we have right now is the W Hotel. And it smells exactly like the W when we walk into the room. And
I swear I've been sleeping like like a champ. I don't know. It's everything.
It actually smells the hallway too, and the dogs smell good.
Yeah, the little ones. That's funny. Because the scent
It's
transfers
on,
onto
it
them.
transfers. They
Yes.
actually like smell good. It's so good. And it's pet safe, actually. Pet safe, free of toxins. It's like a clean burn
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Diffuse, cold air diffusion. The oils are clean. So yes, we had to circle back and we do the unit, and happy that we were
Yes.
able to get it fixed and got it replaced and all of those things. I had commented that if someone else had a situation to comment and let us know. One person commented and said they had a situation with One Up Nutrition where they didn't get, where it said delivered, their product said delivered, but they didn't receive it. And the zip code was different than their shipping address. So they think it was misdelivered. But One Up Nutrition says, well, it's delivered. So they weren't willing to help them. But I asked that person, hey, if that's true, send me your confirmation, your shipping address, your order confirmation, and the tracking, because they'll for sure do something about that.
Yeah.
It's just maybe in the way it's conveyed or whatever. But I never got it. She never sent it to me. So I don't know if she realized, oh, oops, I did make a mistake or whatever.
Oops.
Yeah, but I never got it. But I did offer, and I did try to make good on my offer, but I didn't get an email with further information because I would absolutely follow up with One Up on that. If
Yeah.
my shipping address is 95133 and it's delivered to 95126, then you could show that to One Up. And
Yep.
One Up Nutrition can take it up with the shipper,
Yes. Exactly.
with the shipping company, UPS or USPS or whatever. Anyways, mistakes do happen, but
Yes,
I
they
think
do.
in most cases, most companies are willing to do something about it.
Look what
And when they're
Amazon.
not, though, they get blasted.
Yeah. Look what Amazon did for me. I made a
Yeah,
mistake.
we talked about that
Yeah.
last time. Yep. Okay, so we went to Luna on Friday, which did not disappoint. Why was that Luna dinner so good? Like, I don't know. I hadn't had it in a while, and it was just delicious.
Ceviche. I had my tacos and my beans. Yeah, it was
They have
wonderful.
the best ceviche. That's what I get there as an appetizer because we're still on the no chips. For me, I'm just like still, not that I'm on a no chips thing. I met my goal in giving up the chips, and the whole idea was to reset it.
How long has it been now? I lost
2
track.
months.
Just like that.
Mhm.
2 months.
2 months.
Dude, fast.
Mhm.
I remember when we first talked about it. Donuts too. I haven't had
Yeah.
a donut with you.
Donuts, no chips, and no alcohol.
I've gone like,
Also.
I'm not gone 3 months of that.
Yeah. You went to a car show yesterday. How was that?
Yeah. It was a 10-year car club anniversary for Timeless Car Club. Shout out my guys, 10-year anniversary. It was a wonderful event, packed. Lots of cars, great turnout. San Francisco usually is overcast,
Yeah.
ugly, cold. Nope. We got blessed with sunshine, heat, hot.
It was hot even?
Yeah, because
Oh, there's glass.
where the thing is at, it used to be like an old bus station. I don't know if it was Greyhound or Amtrak, one of those. I'm not sure. But just surrounded by big buildings, big commercial
Uh-huh.
buildings, and there's glass everywhere. And I look
Yeah,
up and you
so
can
it
see the sun
reflects
just
the sun.
reflecting and it's beating down on us.
Interesting.
So I felt, even though I'm in San Francisco, I almost felt like I'm in San Jose with the weather being that hot.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was hot. It's just the sun was smacking.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, that does make sense. It's like that a lot here. Sometimes the sun is strong. It's like in Lake Tahoe. If you guys have ever been to Lake Tahoe, because of the elevation or whatever,
Yeah.
if the sun is out, it doesn't matter even if it's 50 degrees. If the sun is
It'll
out,
still cook you.
it will cook you.
It's crazy. Even if there's like some clouds in the sky, but the sun's out, that'll cook more.
Yeah, you'll get burned.
People don't know
quite a
about that.
bit. Yeah.
It'll roast
Yeah. And while you were there, I organized the Monica's Closet. I call it Monica's Closet. You guys, if you watch Friends, you know what I'm
you.
talking
Monica's
about.
closet.
Like Monica on Friends is super organized, like super clean, super organized. But she had this one closet that she didn't want anyone to go into. It was like her dirty little secret because it was like the catch-all. It was
Oh,
a
wow.
mess.
That's funny.
Well, I had a Monica's Closet here in this house. It was like the catch-all. It's our hall linen supply closet, and it literally would make me a little grumpy every time I had to open that door because I knew it wasn't up to my organization
So
standards.
is your OCD heart better now?
It does. I always say my OCD heart feels better. It felt good. So while you were at the car show, I organized Monica's Closet. And
There
it
you
looks
go.
good. I took a picture here. I'll put up a picture here on the YouTube so you guys can
And
see.
you know what though? More than anything, not just your
It's
OCD,
space.
your mentals. It
Yeah.
feels like a weight comes off for you. I'm sure like a
Yeah.
weight comes off your shoulders.
It's crazy what it does. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
And it's not just for people who are very organized, clean people.
No.
It's therapeutic for anybody.
Yes.
Anybody. I used to find
I like getting rid of
that-
old clothes too. It's like therapeutic a little bit too.
I used to find that when my kids were little, if we would spend a day and reorganize their rooms and get rid of old toys, they would act more peaceful after. Like they even acted more peaceful. So that's why sometimes I can be a nag to them sometimes. Even now they're adults, but they still live with me. So every once in a while I'm like, you need to organize your closet, or I try not to nag too much because it's their space and I don't get involved in their space. But I say it more so from the perspective of I know it'll make them feel better.
Yes.
They will feel good.
And when they do, what happens? We've seen it. They organize, they feel good, they feel better. You can see.
Yeah.
Something, it just does something. And I think a lot of parents, yes, your kids might be messy and whatnot, and maybe you need to take the initiative, clean the room, and show them. Stop telling them, show them, do. Lead by example, right?
Yeah,
make sure
your
they'll
room clean. I know that I almost felt like obligated to do that hall closet because the week before I had given an ultimatum to Tyler and Alyssa to organize the bathroom. The guest bathroom is their bathroom. It's not my bathroom, but it's the one that if someone is at our house, it's the one they would use, obviously.
That's correct.
So because of that, I have a more vested interest in how that bathroom looks. If it were in their bedrooms or something, I wouldn't care. That's their personal space.
Yeah.
But I was harping on them because even the cabinet inside was disorganized in the cabinet, and their argument was, but who's going to see the cabinet? Like, a guest isn't going to open the cabinets. I'm like, first of all, you never know.
Hold up. That's not true. A lot of people like poking around, being nosy. They do open up cabinets and drawers.
But anyways, it's not about that. It's about me knowing it's disorganized there, and it's technically a communal space. So I had laid the ultimatum there. I said, if it doesn't get organized by the end of the weekend, then I'm going to go in there and organize it myself, which I'm fine with doing. But then
things are going to get thrown out. You're going to get mad. That's what it is. That's what's called organized.
I'll deem what I find to be important to throw out or keep. Anyways, they did it, and they did a good job. But then after that, I felt obligated. I'm like, oh, I made them do that, and here I have this dirty little secret Monica's closet. I got to clean it. It wasn't that bad, but because it just
started getting overcrowded. You uncrowded it.
Yeah, and like we had a bin of cords. It's like where all cords and chargers go to die.
Yes.
They were all tangled up and just a mess. So instead, I untangled everything and I organized it by type of cord. I didn't get rid of too many cords because let me tell you how many times that bin has come in handy.
Yeah.
When I have something that needs a charger and I happen to have a charger for it.
Yeah.
So I organized that and just everything. I don't know. It's so much better.
Nice.
Anyways, I've got here my watermelon flavored Pure Rebuild creatine. Have you tried the watermelon flavor?
Yeah.
It tastes like a
refreshing.
Jolly Rancher.
I made a slushie earlier. I blended ice with the creatine and all that to make it thick like a slushie.
This flavor?
Yep.
Oh, it's so good. I like to do that in the summertime, make a slushie.
Calm the hunger monster down, believe it or not.
You know, if you do BCAAs, it'll calm the hunger monster down.
Really? I'll do that then.
Because it has the glutamine.
Because I'm fasting today till later on.
You're fasting till what time?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe 4:30 will put me at about 20-hour fast. So we'll see. Maybe I'll go full 24-hour. I don't know.
All right. The hot coffee topic is Tiffany Gomez. So I know you guys may not know her by name, but you for sure have seen
Tiffany
a million
Gomez?
memes. Huh?
Tiffany Gomez?
Yeah. Do you know who she is?
No. I heard her name, yes. She had to do with that flight thing, right?
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
she is the video that went viral of that motherfucker back there is not real. She like had a meltdown.
Dude.
And it was weird because I was like, when are they going to tell us like what happened with that? A lot of people were saying.
You gave us context and didn't follow through.
A lot of people, because she just went ghost. She completely went ghost, but she was having some sort of a psychotic break of some sort.
Yeah.
People tried to explain it away at first, saying I think this was their initial story, maybe that she had gotten into an argument with a family member who stole her AirPods or whatever. No, that's not.
I heard that.
She literally was she was having a psychotic break of some sort where she thought something was not real that was on the plane and it was going to take the plane down or something. Because she even said after, there's more video of when she leaves the plane that says, I want to know what happens with that plane's not going to make it. I'll never fly this airline again if I don't find out what happens to that plane. So she was having either she had been drinking too much or whatever. She went on and did an apology video that TMZ posted. The video could not be more vague. Could not be more vague. All she does is apologize for her foul language and makes very slight mention to mental health matters. So she was alluding to the fact that you had something to do with.
She should admit, if you had a psychotic break, admit it. Don't hold back.
But she more so in the video was talking about how difficult it's been because her most embarrassing moment happened to go viral, which sucks. But anyways, she's like a marketing executive. She's like a somebody. She's a marketing executive.
Whoa.
She lives in a beautiful home in Dallas, like a $2 million home in Dallas, Texas.
Not no more.
She's not some random, like...
You think her job...
I have no idea.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Maybe she needs some help. And that's okay. Sometimes you have a break in life.
I don't know, but man, she said she did say that she has been able to laugh at some of the memes, though, because there's some funny-ass memes of her on TikTok. It went, like, this poor girl.
When you end up on TMZ... You pretty much made it. You went viral.
You went viral.
Everybody watches TMZ and their mama. I'm saying you went viral.
Anyways, I don't know if it's... I hope that she gets the help that she needs. If
she
it was
help.
Like a mental health
You just
psychosis.
don't do that. How many times we've been on a plane and flown? Hundreds. We never all of it got up in the middle of the thing. This guy's not real.
They had to deplane the flight and everything. It caused a big, huge delay. They had to deplane the airplane.
Oh, it hadn't even launched.
No,
I didn't even know. I thought she was up
on the tarmac.
Oh my goodness. And she didn't get a fine of any sort?
I don't know the details of what happened to her. I don't think they pressed charges or anything.
Yeah. She had a break.
I don't know.
Happens. Sometimes people just snap.
Moving on to Comment Corner. This one comes to us from Debbie Herbert. She says, your discussion on body fat percentage led me down a rabbit hole. According to Google, you are in a healthy range, but could absolutely go lower. For my age, I am 2 percentage points higher than I should be, and I'm working first to get healthy and then keep losing body fat until I am at that range. I am comfortable until I'm after that range that I'm comfortable with. Appreciate your common sense approach and so glad your husband overcome his mental health challenge. True, we never know what people are going through.
Never. Can't judge
that
people.
She pointed that out. So she did research and found out, although I am in a healthy body fat range, I could also remain in a healthy body fat range even if I lose a good amount of body fat. I'm in a range where I could still lose a few and still be considered healthy. I'm not trying to get to a point where I have an unhealthy amount of body fat.
I think people got it twisted. I think in some people's minds, they think you're trying to become anorexic, and that's furthest from the truth. There's a difference between anorexia and getting lean and shedding body fat. There's two different things.
What I see all the time. Most people greatly underestimate how much body fat they have.
Greatly.
So when someone hears me say I have 27, 28% body fat, they're probably like, no way, that's what I have. You probably don't.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Most people underestimate it by 10 to 20 percentage points.
Wow.
So if you think you're 30, you're probably 40.
Yep.
If you think you are 40, I mean, some people don't even fathom, like, I didn't even know I could be 55% body fat. Of course you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's even skinny fat people with high body fat. I've taken measurements of skinny people with high body fat, believe it or not.
Of course. When I weighed
that means low muscle
115
tissue.
pounds, I had a higher body fat percentage than I have now. When we first got together, I had like very little muscle, a lot of body fat, but I was thin, but I had a lot of body fat.
You were thin.
And I probably was about 30% body fat back then.
And by looking at you, there's no way that looks real. Like back then, that girl's 30. You know what I'm saying? Till we do the measurements, and we're like, whoa.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize that if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, if you have more than 50 pounds to lose on your body, you probably have 40% to or higher body fat. Like 50, 55% even.
Yep.
It just depends how much body weight you have to lose. But I think that's what skews people too, is they just don't know, they don't have a good concept of how much that means in body fat percentage when you say those numbers.
So if a woman weighs 200 pounds and she's, what would be my lean body mass? How does she find her goal weight? How did you figure that out?
You asked me several questions in there. If someone wants to know what their lean body mass is.
Say someone weighs 200 pounds or 180. I'm just throwing it out there.
If you want to know how much lean body mass, you have to know approximately what your body fat percentage is.
So they have to do a body fat test.
If you weigh 200 pounds and you have 20% body fat, that's 40 pounds of body fat on your body, which means your lean body mass is 200 minus 40, 160. That's your lean body mass. So then you could determine your protein intake based on your lean body mass.
LBM. Yep.
After the 160 pounds. So you need to eat protein for 160 pounds, not 200 pounds.
See, people do the opposite.
Because
they feed their weight.
You don't need to eat protein for your fat mass.
That's true.
Your fat doesn't need protein. Your muscles need protein. So you base your protein intake off lean body mass. Problem is, a lot of people just don't know what their body fat percentage is. And unless you really know, you're estimating, and it's usually wrong. And the reason I know this is because when I do macro assessments, I do both. I have somebody tell me, I put a bunch of pictures up and I have them say, tell me which one you most closely resemble.
Yes.
Picture wise. And then tell me what your body fat percentage is. And it's usually their body fat percentage. Usually people say 25% body fat. 25% body fat is a pretty lean person.
That's like equivalent to 15% body mass on a man, right? Maybe?
I don't know about the exact equivalent, but it's probably more like 20% on a man. Like, you have no idea what your body fat percentage is right now. And that'll maybe gauge it for you a little bit more.
I don't.
If you knew, like, you could probably.
I know my weight's at.
Yeah.
But I don't know where my body fat's at. Not till we get to, what is that, in-body?
The best way is to do a DEXA scan or an in-body, at least one that has the hands and the feet. The feet scale, the ones where it's just your feet on the scale, it's just not very accurate, but it'll at least give you a ballpark. But if you notice those scales, what irritates me about those scales is it fluctuates so much. It could fluctuate so much day to day. And it's like your body fat percentage isn't fluctuating by 5% every day.
Yes.
So that's when you know the scales aren't accurate.
Water weight, yes, but not body fat, no.
So, and then somebody else commented, Jennifer B, 8983, what app do you use and trust most? She's referring to a tracking app.
What did she call it?
I don't trust any app.
Trust mode?
Trust most.
Oh, trust most. I'm sorry.
I don't trust very many apps unless I'm scanning the barcode and can validate the info. Let's put it that way. I don't like a lot of if you search, to use an app and search for a food, I use that only as a last resort because a lot of that's user entered.
Yeah.
But I do like the Nurtitionix app a lot because you can scan the barcodes.
That's dope. I like it too.
And then you get the exact information in there.
Exactly. So that was smooth.
Yeah. I really like the nutrition. You're liking that app?
Yeah, because you turned it. We saw it on somebody's YouTube page and you decided to try it out. Yeah. You're like, I like this app. Let's switch, babe. And I switched and I like it. Yes.
Yeah, and it's great for.
And you know what I like it is each meal, you could see the stats on each meal you eat. You know, it's cool.
Yeah.
Pulls up all the stats of that meal and you can share it.
Yeah, you can share You can share recipes with each other. So say I'm eating a yogurt thing, you're like, ooh, I want to eat that. And it's got 5 ingredients that I scanned in, and pain in the butt. All you'd have to do, I just share the barcode and then it'll log it into yours. And then you can add, if you're going to add
a little
something
more
else, you can add more or whatever. Or you can say, I'm going to have 1.5 servings. But Nurtitionix is what I'm loving. I love it. And the free version has everything you need.
Yes.
You can scan barcodes. Take some time to save recipes and meals that you eat most frequently or special foods that you eat most frequently. Once you have it loaded up, it's so easy. It really is.
And it's crazy because we talk about this. Why do people like complications so damn much? Easy. They want it complicated. It's not.
I like to think of it as something, it's fun.
Yes.
I actually like to, instead of saying, I hate this, I hate tracking, if
right.
you always
Change
say
the mindset.
that, you're always going to hate it.
Yes. Facts.
Turn it around and make it into a game.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Look, this is how much money I got to spend on myself today. This is what I got. Enjoy it. Make the right decisions. What are you going to spend? What's your best return on investment? Proteins, numero uno. You got to hit your protein goal. That's number one. So from there on, it's easy. Mm-hmm. Once you showed me the way, man.
It's the key, and I don't know why. And I don't, unless you finally tell yourself, I love macros, and I love that I can eat the things I love and still stay on track. Unless you change your mindset, if you always say, oh, but I hate tracking. Oh, but I hate, then you're always going to hate it if you have that mindset.
Yeah. And
it's not going to get better.
And that's where reps and discipline kick in, because the more you start doing it, I didn't like it either. I thought, I really want to do this, but Once you do it and learn it, you have freedom. You have freedom.
For sure.
That's what I love the most about
That's
it.
what
Freedom.
I love.
Freedom to eat the food you love.
It's up to you to be
Yes.
creative.
Yes.
And to get things to fit. I love,
Yes.
that's my passion. And that's actually why, even it's not that common actually to do customized meal plans as a coach. It's not that common. Most coaches, fitness coaches, weight loss coaches, they're teaching their clients macros so they can do it on their own and all of that. I get that.
Yes.
But I truly have a passion, and I have ever since I lost my first 100 pounds, for finding cool ways, unique ways to enjoy your favorite things in a low calorie, macro friendly way.
Exactly.
I have a passion for that. I've been doing this for that specifically. I have been doing for 27 years.
Yes.
And
on your own
meal plans that I give for my clients, that is like my feeding that passion, like finding cool ways. And then I put together meal plans on these yummy, cool things. And then, yes, eventually they learn macros based off following a meal plan. But that's why I love doing meal plans, and I'll never give that up.
Yeah.
Because I love being creative in the kitchen and making things work in my macros.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I know you have a passion too for helping these ladies that have a long hill to climb like you have. You know what I'm saying? And you're showing them there's an easier road. You don't have to make this hard on yourself. There is an easy road, but people make it harder on themselves than they need to.
They do. All right, hold my coffee. Actually, I'm not holding too hard because it's not my comment. Because you know what? I think people are behaving themselves a little better these days. I think they're afraid to be on the hold my coffee segment.
We'll blast you.
But it's been pretty good the last few days. But my hold my coffee goes to a post that I found on Instagram of a comment that I have gotten many times before. So that's what we're going to do, hold my coffee. Person, comment, etc. would say, I didn't lose weight with a calorie deficit. The only thing that ever worked for me was keto. That I get a lot. Or only this worked for me. Only OMAD worked for me. Only intermittent fasting worked for me. Calorie deficit has never worked for me.
All my coffee.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually read the response on this post. And I have the post up here on the screen so you can see who it is. It's a weight loss doctor I follow. He has a podcast too. Very good information.
We keep receipts.
But he commented on, he said exactly what I would say to this comment. He said, I see this commonly in the comment section on various pages, including mine. And here's the deal. If you weren't losing weight, you weren't in a calorie deficit.
Yep.
I don't care what the calculator said. I don't care if you think you weighed the foods or not. If there were no changes in your body composition or changes on the scale over 3 to 4 weeks average, you were not in a calorie deficit.
Yep.
Or it was such a small calorie deficit that it was clinically meaningless. So when you went keto and it finally worked, it's because it allowed you to get into a calorie deficit.
Hello.
No, you weren't eating many more calories and finally losing fat due to some magical property. It didn't happen.
You hear that, you guys?
Okay. Because I get this a lot. This is very common.
Very common.
Very common concept.
What did I say to you, babe? Man, I went back like a dummy. I used to bring up keto. When I did keto, I had this. I'm not on keto no more.
Yeah.
I'm on balanced macros.
You
and
kind of said that before to me, too.
I have
It
said
used
that.
to irritate me. I always used to have to correct you.
See my mindset?
But you were in macros.
Yes.
Yes, I know it was keto, but it was macros.
Still
it
macros.
would have worked. It would have worked.
It was a different measurement. Because I mean
Finally,
everything.
You're gonna stop saying that.
I mean everything. Carbs, protein,
because
fats.
you're leaner now than you ever were on keto.
Facts.
And you eat carbs like a mofo.
And strong too. Stronger, more energetic.
It's
yes. But see, the mindset, I was always going back to that.
And you would always go back to that.
See?
And it drives me crazy. A lot of people do that. They'll say, oh, this is the only thing that ever worked for me was this, that, or the other. And the way I always respond to that is, if it worked for you, you wouldn't be where you are now.
Yep.
You wouldn't have to go back to it every month.
Exactly.
You wouldn't, the only thing that ever worked for me was when I did alternate day fasting. But it didn't work for you because now you gained all that weight back and now you got to go back to it. If you keep having to go back to something, it didn't work that way.
Yeah.
What works is something that's sustainable long term.
Exactly. And what I always said, I did enjoy keto. It served its purpose. It taught me a lot, taught me discipline. It learned about myself a lot, learned I could lean out the way I wanted to, but I don't like restrictions. I still, once in a while, like my pasta, my rice, my potatoes, which I eat now. And miraculously, I'm still losing weight eating carbs, you guys. At 48 years old.
I know.
That goes-
Potatoes, those have a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you eat potatoes all the time.
spaghetti, a big bowl, all tracked. Rice, potatoes, all that. Bread. How do you do it? Is it magic? Nope. It's not snake oil. It's just knowing what to put into your body.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it's not that I have, again, I'm not saying that I have a problem with keto. I'm just
No,
saying it's
no.
not magical. Just like
No.
I said last episode, intermittent fasting is not magical. It's just there's multiple ways to achieve a calorie deficit. But if you're not losing weight, you're not in a calorie deficit, period. If you want some more explanation on this, I have a video specifically that I did on explaining what a calorie deficit is and how to get into one. I'm also going to be putting another video out this week. This week's topic is breaking down weight loss stalls, why you're actually stalled, and having a better, more, just an easier understanding of it. Because if you understand it, then you'll know how to make adjustments to fix the problem.
Exactly.
So that video is coming out this week too. So make sure you tune into that.
Make sure you tune in.
But it doesn't matter. And I know you're in your car driving, you're listening or whatever, but what about my hormones? But what about my hypothyroidism?
Here we go.
What about my insulin resistance? All of those matter. But yes, those things all still matter. I'm not saying that there aren't things that affect your deficit, but it still does not change the fact that a calorie deficit is required for weight loss. And if you're not losing fat, you're not in a deficit. End of story. Like the argument, the door's closed.
That's it. Yeah, you have no argument, period.
It's just, it is what it is. It is science. It's proven. It's scientific fact. It's fact.
And people online love to fucking argue about shit they don't know. They have no experience at all, never done macros, never coached anyone in their life, never this, never that. But they have the audacity to give you advice about sugars or this or that. Hold up. I want to know what's your background, first of all. Are you certified, verified, anything? Have you trained any clients? This one has thousands.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane, people.
Anyways, you're worked up.
No, I'm just saying because they need to be called out. I'm tired of these idiots online or IG coming and spewing advice
But
to us.
people have been pretty tame for me lately.
Yeah. I'll come for them. I don't care. Let them come to my page.
All right. So the other thing that I wanted to really drill home that I feel like is a great, big, huge barrier for most people, and this is actually one of the most common reasons why people fail or they never get to their goals, because they don't have the proper expectations set for how progress actually happens.
Yes.
And how
So true.
slow it actually is.
Slow.
And how it's hard to see for a long time. You have to trust all the cliche words. You have to trust the process,
Yes.
all of those things. It is the hardest as a coach. I can tell you this. It is the hardest hurdle to overcome with clients, is to just constantly corral them and say, no, trust me, you're on the right track. Just keep doing this. I know it doesn't feel like a lot's changing, but just keep going.
Just look at it like the toilet paper roll. It'll be full. Give it a week or two, it's going to be empty.
But not even a week or two. That's not even.
I'm just throwing that out there, babe. For bodies, 6 months to a year. I'm just saying, over time, little bit. Then you notice a difference. You look at the mirror 6 months from now, like, wow.
I know, but the problem is people give themselves about 2 weeks.
I know they do.
2 weeks.
And they literally want to see an instant change.
They want to see change.
Yo, I got ADHD and I'm even patient with this.
And I don't know what. Are things changing in 2 weeks? Yes, they are.
Yes.
Very minimally, but probably not to what you're expecting. People are expecting like these trends. I think it's the internet that really screwed people up.
Big time.
Because
they see these nice bodies and fit bodies.
Or
they
put these transformations that are bullshit on the internet all the time.
Yeah, I've done this in 3 months. I lost this.
And it really does. Even if you have data that supports you've changed, it's one or the other. So say your weight's going down. It's okay, cool, my weight's going down, but you look in the mirror and you don't see it. So sometimes that's the problem. Like I look and feel exactly the same. Sometimes the weight is staying the same and you don't see it in the mirror. Sometimes you see it in the mirror and the weight is not changing.
Exactly.
Sometimes you're like, God, but I feel thinner, like my pants fit better, but the scale. There's always something wrong, and something is always going to not meet your expectation.
Yep. And people don't
Just-
pay attention to how they feel. How you do feel from when you first started to now? You'll start noticing a little bit. You'll feel the
and
difference.
I think the other problem is when you're making these changes, it feels like you're doing so much. If you completely overhaul your lifestyle, every day feels like you are a fucking rock star. You are doing so many things. You hit your macros, you do this, you do that. It feels like an eternity because you're doing so much and you've changed so much, and the results don't match up with what your perceived efforts are.
Yes.
You
What
know
do
what
we
I'm
say?
saying?
People think they burn more than they actually do.
Yeah,
training.
like they just don't, like
They have this
they're
perception.
acting like, which is a good thing, by the way. They're acting like this fit, healthy person, but they look in the mirror and they don't see the fit, healthy person yet.
No.
And that's very demotivating.
Yes, it is.
And so that
Can be.
sadly will derail people, and they'll quit, and they quit. Have you ever seen that thing where you see someone digging and there's like there's gold at the bottom, and
It's a tunnel.
It's a tunnel, and they're digging and they give up right before they get to the gold.
Yes.
Or
yes.
right before.
Yep.
They're like, forget this. They
Yes.
give up. I see that so often as a coach, and it's very hard for me.
I know.
It's so hard because you just want to say, just trust. Now, here's the thing. If you curate a lifestyle that you're enjoying, learn to enjoy tracking your food, learn to love the things you're eating, have
Yes.
fun coming up with fun treats and protein treats every week to try. Buy yourself a Ninja Creamy, get protein ice cream. Fall in love with the process so that every day doesn't feel like you're climbing Mount Everest.
Exactly. Enjoy everything about the
Because
process.
if you fall in love with the process, then you can just enjoy the process and stop trying to look for progress all the time.
That
Just
part.
get your head down,
Yes.
do the work, enjoy the process, and one day put your head up and go, okay, you know what? I'm going to look now. I'm going to look. Let me talk to my coach, and what does she think? How does she think it's going? And then you're like, holy crap.
Or you know what's cool? I'll tell you guys something that's cool. Blow your friends away. Put your head down, do the work, and when they see you and your friends and family, they haven't seen you for 3 months, 6 months, a year, you'll be surprised how shocking.
You're getting that a lot.
Yeah.
People are seeing you,
They're
and it
tripping
hasn't
out.
been that long.
No.
What has it been, 2 months?
2+ months. Some people haven't seen me maybe 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, so let's say 3 months.
Yeah.
You're getting that because now because it's 1 month is like you start to feel a little better. 2
Yeah.
months, your family starts noticing. 3 months, everybody notices.
Yeah.
It's like that. But you have to put in 3 months minimum. That's what I think.
And again, that's why I'm working with people and teaching them mindset. Because
Yeah.
listen, someone says something, I sent that to you. I don't want to mess this up, but when there's no motivation, which sometimes there isn't, guess what kicks in? Discipline. Because you have to do it.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. A lot of times we don't feel like it. And don't get it twisted. A lot of coaches and trainers aren't always on 100% of the time. That's just for social media to pretend like they're always charged. No. Discipline kicks in, and that's what gets you there. That's what gets me through a lot of workouts.
Yeah, me too.
The discipline. And they're eating too. Sometimes you don't feel like eating your macros. You feel like being bad, rebellious, but nah.
If motivation was always there, process would be a lot easier, but it's just
Exactly.
not. In fact, motivation is there the least amount of the time.
Yes.
Most often you're having to exercise discipline.
Yep.
Motivation comes and goes quickly.
Quick.
Very quickly.
Quick. Fast. You have
Now,
to be disciplined.
Speaking of progress, so
discipline.
we took progress pictures of you this has been 2 weeks. So
2 weeks.
July 31st. So not quite 2 weeks. So
I haven't even looked at them.
It was 12 days, 13 days. So almost a 2-week progress. So we took your progress pictures. So we had the 2 weeks ago, and I'll put them up on the screen for you guys to see so you can look, because you didn't look at them. I took them yesterday. So this was 2 weeks ago, and it's up on the screen for you guys to see. And then this is now. So what do you see?
Shoulder caps coming out more.
Yeah.
Arms looking more defined, and my waistline looks like it's coming in tighter.
So there is about 3 pounds, or no, yes, just about 3 pounds, just a little under 3 pounds difference. But most people, obviously you're a trainer, you're a coach, so you know where to look. Most people, right off the bat, I would say most of my clients would look at these pictures and not see anything.
Yes.
I
see
a
the
coach,
subtle differences,
am ecstatic. I see lots of things. I see this is more defined here in your ab. So your abs are showing less, you've lost body fat here in the abs.
Mm-hmm.
This is more pronounced. This little muscle right here is more pronounced. Your shoulder caps are more pronounced. This means
Yes.
you lost body fat on your arms. I can see that you lost body fat in your face too, and your neck. You lost body fat there.
Mm-hmm.
So I see where the body fat came from, but many people would look at these pictures and not be overly excited. Now, from the side, you see even more. From the side, you see you lost a significant amount of body fat from your midsection, which is good because that's where you're wanting it to come from.
And chest is smaller.
Yeah. So there you go. That is 2 weeks and about 3 pounds, but it's still very
Yes.
minuscule, little tiny things.
Oh, no, back shot. Okay.
No,
Yeah. I see it, though.
Yeah. So anyways, that's the kind of thing that I look at. And if you're listening, sorry. But basically, we're looking at Mike's progress pictures, and I'm just showing where the little areas I see.
She'll point it out.
And those are the things I do with clients, too, because most of the time they'll send me their progress pictures and be like, yeah, I don't really see much different, but I feel better. And people say they notice, but then they don't say. And I'll say, look at this, look at that,
Yes.
look at this, look at the line
Yes.
under your butt cheek.
Yes.
You know, before it went all the way across, now it goes across a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Look at a lot of times it's like the fat roll under your back.
Yeah.
Like it's less pronounced, like different things you look at. But you have to manage your expectation.
But yeah, I lost 3 pounds, but I'm shedding off body fat. Just shows you. I'm still keeping on the muscle that I have, but look at the body fat. Slowly. I'm peeling off sheets of paper that people don't see with the naked eye.
These are excellent results. But also, let's be realistic. You're putting in 100% effort.
Yes. I go
to
hard.
get this.
To get that.
To get this.
Yes.
Most people don't put 100% effort.
No. They give maybe 30%.
They're not hitting their macro. They're only hitting their macros 70% of the time. They're
Yep.
not hitting their protein goal. They're skipping some workouts or not giving their workouts their all. So this is what you got with 100% effort.
Yeah. That's training 2 a days. That's walking 3 miles a day with you.
But that's not that. I don't want to set the stage.
No.
Required
That's
for people.
That's what I'm doing for me.
But that's what your macros are based off of.
Yes.
Your activity level.
My activity, yes.
But what I'm saying is somebody else, maybe they are committing to 3 days of working out and this X amount of macros or whatever. They need to give 100% to what they're committing to.
Yes, they do.
That's what I'm
What
saying,
they're
to
committed
get
to.
their results.
For their program.
And their goals are based on what they're willing to commit to. So once you decide and what you say what you're willing to commit to, you need to be willing to commit and make that happen.
Yeah.
In order to get results. You can't cheat the game.
Nope. Stole my words.
Because here's the other thing when it comes to progress. I think there's one challenge of the person that is doing everything. They're doing everything, but their expectations still aren't lined up with how long it really takes to transform. So they feel like they're climbing Mount Everest every day, but they don't feel like their results are matching their efforts. That's one issue, right? But what happens actually more often than that is the person that's trying to cheat the game. They are looking for the results even though they know they didn't put in the effort.
Right?
So they'll be like, oh, see, I did lose 0.2 pounds. And then only when they lost some weight, they'll confess. And you know what? I have a confession to make. I went out last night. I had McDonald's. You know what I mean? And then they're like, want the pom-poms out.
Yes.
Because
like
they still got results,
something.
even though they messed up, quote unquote. So really, they're looking for results because they want to see if, did I push the line too much? That's not good.
No.
Okay, that's not good. It's like you're reinforcing bad behavior.
Exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, like I've had a lot of those types of clients too, where like they'll only confess to me what they've done after I say, you got pretty good results, and they'll say, oh, and actually I didn't do this and this and that. I'm like, then you would have had better results.
Golly. You took my words, though. You can't cheat the game. People always want to, though, bad. They want to see if they can find their new secret formula.
They won't get any results, and they won't admit it.
Yep.
They'll say, I don't understand.
You got to love it. I don't know. I did everything.
They won't admit it.
Oh, yeah, sure you did. Okay. They look like they play stupid. I didn't go in the kitchen at night.
They'll only admit it if they get results, is what I've noticed. I've seen it all. This is what I tell you when other people want to become coaches.
All the bullshit.
You got to learn the psychology. You got to learn the games and the mind games, the mental stuff.
Yes.
Because I've seen it and heard it all. I know it's coming before I even... see it.
Like what's coming is people pitching me on Instagram sales. Everybody's trying to, all these coaches are trying to get me to be a coach into them or something. So I see the sales pitch coming before it even comes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it now. My DMs, I'm like, You guys think you're selling a salesman. Get out of here. I see it a mile away, rookies.
Like, I'll get someone who they'll say, wow, see, I did get results. And you know what? I have a confession to make. I haven't been measuring my nut butter. Okay, but I'm still saying you need to measure your nut butter.
Yes. Yeah.
You got lucky this time, but don't try to cheat the process.
They want you to like to wave the pom-poms from like, yeah, you did it without. No, you got to stay on point.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want to hear about that. Fuck you, you're not measured. Measure. How about that? Stop cheating the game.
Because eventually it gets you. And then I'm the one left holding the sign that has to explain to you why you didn't have results and make you feel better about it.
I was a trainer at 24. That was one of the biggest things that got under my skin. Like, these people they don't really want it. They hire a trainer thinking they're going to get these results, but they don't want to put in the work when they're not with me. The eating part.
Right.
I can't stop you from going through the drive-thru. No. She can't stop you from going through your cupboard or the fridge. Sorry. Trainers, fitness coaches, nutritionists are not miracle workers. We're not God.
Like I'm saying, like I've said, I'm not expecting perfection, but know that every time you miss the mark, you're dipping into your progress that week. So if you change your mindset and think, I want a good week, I want to have as much possible progress, is this worth affecting my progress for the week? Because yes, you might still lose weight. It doesn't mean you're going to have no progress, but you'll dip into that. Like I said, I like to create like macros as like a bank account.
Yep.
And based on if you're perfect, that bank account will allot you'll get a savings of $3,500 at the end of the week, which will give you 1 pound of fat loss.
Good return on your investment.
But if you overspend a few other days, and let's say at the end of the week you only end up with a 1,500 calorie savings, then you have less than half a pound of fat loss. And you're going to be sad and you're going to be like, wow, I wish I would have had better results or whatever, but you dipped into that savings account. You can't spend and get the savings account. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
If you overspend, it's got to pay the piper at some point.
Yes.
So yes, while you may still have results, the answer always is if you can tighten things up a little better, you would have better results. And you have to adjust your expectations according to your efforts.
Exactly.
Don't
How much
try
effort
to
you
cheat
putting
it.
in?
Don't try to be like, ooh, I'm going to see if I can still get results, but I'm going to do this, that, and the other, and then be excited for yourself when you still get results. That's okay.
You'll get away with it a time or two.
But eventually it will lead to bad habits, and it will lead to not getting results.
Nope. Because again, we go back to you can't cheat the game.
Right.
That's it. You got to put in the effort and the work. People don't want to do that, though. It's crazy to me. Like, they don't want to even try. Like, they try and they give up so easy. So it's like, man, you really want it or no?
Well,
what's your why?
I really just truly believe that the key lies in you have to enjoy the lifestyle.
Yes, you do.
And you have to surround yourself with other people that enjoy the lifestyle.
Facts.
And you can't try to constantly swim against the current. What I mean by that is you're living a healthy lifestyle, you're alcohol free, you're tracking macros, but you spend the majority of your time with people who are partying and eating bad and staying out late and waking up late and not working out, because it's much easier for you to fall into those habits than it is for you to influence them to come your way.
Yeah. So you asked me yesterday, how was my car club event? It was good. It was a successful event. A lot of people showed up, but just like the car community, a lot of people wanted to drink and try to get me to drink. I said no, and respectfully, that's them having fun, but it's a no for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did anyone cross the line and want to keep pushing it?
No, because I would check it fast, and I'd make them feel some type of way. Listen, homeboy, if you want to feel this way, you want to drink, do it yourself.
Right.
Don't impose your shit on me. I'm a grown man. You're a grown man. Have that respect.
Yeah, I don't have
I
a
say
problem.
no is no.
Look, I don't have a problem with being
Do
around
your
other
thing.
people who are
No.
partying and drinking. Like I said, I'm not sober.
I can't be a hypocrite. I was a drinker too and
Yeah.
party animal.
And I'm not saying I don't drink. I just pick and choose my time.
Yes.
But I don't.
For now.
But I don't. I'm okay with being around other people that are drinking. But what I'm saying is, if regularly my time, the majority of my time socially was spent with other people who drink and eat and do all of these things out of control, eventually I would end up partaking.
How many people don't have hard discipline that'll break easily in those
Right.
situations?
So I have to be
Give
careful.
in.
Now, listen, I'm someone that I have extremely strong willpower when I want to have it.
Yes, you do.
Unbreakable.
You do?
When I was training for my fitness competition, I think I counted that I traveled 7 times 7 vacations and trips of some sort during an 11-week period. I never once broke and deviated, and I did not drink a sip of alcohol. I went to Vegas. I went to Cabo. I went to New York. I went to Miami.
Yeah.
I went to all those places, and I was surrounded by partying people, alcohol, lots of recreational things.
How did you
and
do
I
it,
did not
though?
partake.
How did you do it? What was your mindset back
Just
then?
my mindset was I had a goal. I had my eye on the prize.
Yes, you did.
And that was it. And once I love when I laser in. When I laser in on something, watch out.
Yeah, you're good at that. You hone in.
Yeah, so I love that about me. I love to laser in because then I
Wait
know
till
I'm
you're
unstoppable.
50.
Yeah.
Wait till you're 50.
Oh,
Watch
I hate
this.
that.
Yeah.
I know. Hold my coffee.
Watch
That's a
this.
hold my coffee for
Yeah,
sure.
watch
when people
this.
say
Challenge
that.
accepted. Like somebody told my boy Los the other day, if you're listening, Los, oh, you can't get abs at this age because he's 45. Oh, really? Where'd you get that information from, homeboy? You can't peel off body fat at 45, 50, or 55. You're an expert because you can't do it? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's false.
Hold my coffee.
Yeah,
I'll
hold
show
my
you.
coffee.
I'm older. I'm 40. I'm
I told
49.
Mike we need shirts.
Yes.
We need hold my coffee.
Yeah, we
shirts.
do.
We have such amazing listeners too, and I had somebody. It was like a couple of weeks ago or last week when she commented on someone's comment saying, "This is a hold my coffee."
Yeah,
annoying.
They know.
It was an annoying comment, and I don't think it made it to hold my coffee because I had something very similar, but it was something along the lines of the sugar comment.
Oh boy.
Or a lot, probably the Diet Coke police or something.
Oh boy,
like that.
here we go. And then you look at their profile. You should not be giving any kind of advice. I'm sorry. You don't want to be talking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
Dude,
like
I see it all the time. I see it on other
out.
people's pages, and you go look. Some lady just got torched to that. She made a comment about Keanu Reeves on People magazine. They showed him on the okay, his body's not the best. He's a little skinny fat, looks like. And this lady made a comment, and everybody went on. Lady, you haven't looked at yourself. She was torta. You know what I'm saying? You're clowning him, but you're a torta. What the fuck? Everybody's like, pot calling the kettle black somehow.
Why would she do that?
Stupid. She's an idiot. She wasn't thinking.
I can never get over trolls on social media that want to comment about someone's appearance or publicly comment about somebody's appearance. It just blows my mind.
Right? And if you're going to do that, you better have a rocking body or look some type of way your damn self. If not,
you better
you
better be walking the walk and talking the talk.
Because they're going to come after you. They went after her. Oh my God, so many comments. She probably had 100-some comments gassing her.
You gotta hold yourself accountable. Like I said with the bathroom. When I was mad that my bathroom was disorganized and I got on my kids, I held myself accountable and was like, wait a minute, I got to clean my closet because how can I harp on them? You got to hold yourself accountable. You can't be harping on somebody for what their body looks like if you have some work to do yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You better look at yourself first before you start doing that.
We say a lot. Like, obviously, we're very open on this podcast. And this podcast is not for the sensitive.
No,
sorry,
it's not.
It's not.
Hurt your feelings, you might not want to listen or follow us.
But one thing I will not do, I don't find people on the internet and insult them.
No, never.
I don't give unsolicited opinions. And I'm not here to insult people. All of the stuff we talk about is generalizations and how we feel about ourselves and sharing stories and things like that. But nothing is to ever, actually tear somebody down because you don't know what they're going through.
People love to make themselves feel good by tearing someone down. Does that make you feel good inside? You know what I'm saying? Weird. You really feel good by tearing someone down?
You know what I have, and trust me, now that I have this hold my coffee segment, no one is safe. Even my DMs, okay?
We're coming after you.
No one is safe.
Nope.
But I found there's been a few times in my DMs where someone will DM me, oh, you look so pretty, or I love your hair, or something like that. But the way DMs works is if they've ever DM'd me before, and I don't delete them, so it's just like a history. If they've ever DM'd me before, the history of previous times that they've responded to stories is there.
Yep.
And it'll be like, oh, you're so pretty, blah, blah, blah. But then maybe 2 years ago, they wrote something salacious or not very nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like...
Receipts. We keep receipts.
Weird.
The receipts are there, y'all.
Let's scroll up a little bit going, Huh. That's interesting. I'm pretty today, but last year you had something to say.
Yeah.
Or you look like a man. Last year I looked like a man, but now I look pretty. It's funny. You're not safe anymore.
No, you're not.
You are not safe because...
We're going to blast you.
We got Hold My Coffee.
Yep.
And I love it. And we need t-shirts.
Yes, we do.
We need Hold My Coffee t-shirts.
Yes, we do.
For sure. Sorry, guys, I am enjoying my BCAs here. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode and letting us be candid, because that is what we are. We are candidly with coffee.
You let us rant and say our things. Keep
Say
it
our
real.
piece, keeping it real. Make sure you comment if you want. Maybe your comment is going to be featured and it's going to spark a whole new topic.
Yes.
On our episode, because I love the help. To be honest, I have to put together what to talk about every few days.
For sure. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't give it like more questions about like marriage life or other stuff.
Yeah,
I was
well,
telling you. Never know.
We'll see.
Shoot
Let
some
us
questions.
know, guys. Shoot us some questions.
Yep.
And we will see you guys on the next episode.
See ya.